You're listening to Podcast PXN,
a video game podcast
delivering player experience news.
Let's go!
Are you ready to get in the zone? And welcome to Podcast PXN, episode 145. I am one of your hosts, the perennial dating app swiper from Portland, Oregon, Christian Macias, and I'm joined over Discord by Kentucky's #1 Spartan and supposed Leonardo fan, Daniel Prindle. Daniel Prindle, aka Dan is DTM.
I don't want to say hi, but
The Nintendo aficionado and artist extraordinaire at Roro.
Yahoo!
And one half of the Men in a Gage podcast, the Tarkov Teletubby himself, Gage Dempster, aka Gilbo Biggins. I'm sorry, I saw you drinking as I said that. Yes.
Tarkov Teletubby, my man is on a roll tonight. I saw what you did with the In the Zone. I saw that too.
You like that one, huh? Yeah. AutoZone. Thank you to everyone watching us live and participating in the chat. Just as a reminder, we are live each and every, don't shake your head, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Just search Podcast PXN. Twitch.tv/podcastpxn, and Twitter as well. The topic of the show this week is the summer showcase prediction results, ones we did over the course of the 2 weeks beginning in June. But first, before I even touch on news, and this will lead up into the news, I promise, okay?
Okay.
Let me say something here. Fuck the Supreme Court. Bodily autonomy and reproductive freedom are human rights. Joe Biden, it is way past time to codify Roe. What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? My God, my mom doesn't swear a lot. Like I feel weird even saying that because of the news, but she's very Christian. But she's like not a jerk about it, you know. she believes Roe v. Wade should be like a thing. She's totally fine with LGBT thing. I don't feel like I need to defend my mom or anything like that, but I'm just saying. But she just like cussed when she found out about this news. She was like so mad that this got overturned, and it's crazy that this is happening, that we're going backwards so much.
Yeah.
And you usually see people protesting to get rights, not to like get them back. Like we had them, right. Now we're fighting for them back. It's like, what the heck? Like we had it.
Regressing 50 years.
Yeah.
And no, really quickly, just jumping off of what you said, Rashan. No, I know a lot of religious people, and I would say it has nothing to do with religion, because there's a lot of, well, not the issue as a whole, but like there's certain people that like they understand, like, okay, well, there's a percentage of the population that doesn't follow my rules, so therefore they should not apply to them. So like, yeah, absolutely, like being a Christian has nothing to do for some people, for a lot of people, has nothing to do with, you know, with Roe v. Wade and all that stuff. Like I know a lot of Christians that are like, this is a huge step backwards.
Yeah. And it has to be that way. It has to be that way because most of the United States wants this to be a thing. Like,
insane, right?
Yeah. So the statistics don't even add up there anyway. So yeah, I agree.
Well, that's the weird thing with the Supreme Court, is that it's not like it's. I don't even know if the majority of the United States does want that, because that's the one thing where it's like they're not elected. It's not like they were. You know what I mean? Like the Supreme Court, and the reasoning behind it was like, oh, the wording wasn't proper. It didn't like. It's so weird. It's such a rabbit hole to go down, but it's crazy that this small branch of the government can kind of make this huge thing. And similar to what Christian said, I mean, in the past 14 years, you guys have had 10 years of liberal presidency, and nobody thought to maybe secure that. So like, there's no excuse. There's just no excuse.
The problem for me about the Supreme Court is like it's literally just a political play. Like whoever's the president at the time of someone passing away on the Supreme Court or someone retiring is the person that gets to choose who goes in the seat. So it literally just becomes a political play of like, who's the best person for my political party to insert here. Mm-hmm. So it's totally a corrupt, thing that needs to be changed because it's a mess.
So age cap, right? If you have to be a minimum age to run for the presidency, there needs to be a ceiling. There needs to be a max. Like somebody who is 75, 80 years old should not be making rules based on a new generation, a new way of thinking. Like, it's
lifetime appointments are antiquated, and it leads to decisions like this where the majority of the population does not agree with what you enacted. So this leads us into our first quick bite, and this comes from IGN. Multiple video game studios have spoken out against the Supreme Court decision to reverse Roe v. Wade, including multiple Sony first-party studios who were previously silent after Jim Ryan spoke on behalf of the company, stating employees to respect differences of opinion. Well, in all due respect to you, Jim Ryan, fuck you. Also, various companies like Bungie announced they will implement reimbursement programs for employees that may need to travel states to receive health care. Very cool to see the entire industry coming out last Friday in support, or I guess not in support of protesting against this decision. And how what better way to support them by having like actual action you can take as a company, and like here's what we can do for our own employees to better help you. So very cool.
Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I got it out of my system earlier, but this is great. This is great. I'm glad that there's the industry is some bigger names in the industry are speaking out against this. I wish gamers as a whole felt the same. I think majority of us do. It's just that maybe it's just Twitter. It could be just Twitter, but yeah, it's good to see this. Obviously,
Yeah, it's hard not to fall into that trap, but if you forget, the majority of people are not on Twitter. Like
Yeah.
I think the most recent stats from a couple years ago was like 70% of America is not on Twitter, and only 50% of Twitter accounts that are active that exist actually tweet. So once you do the numbers on that, and then you realize that okay, the remainder that you have left doesn't agree with each other, we're talking about like 8% of the population are assholes seeing on Twitter. So I think it's important to remember that it's easy to sort of to jump into that line of thinking, but it's like Twitter is not a representation of
Sure.
your life in any way. Important to remember.
All this to say, oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
Ken.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, is it interesting that like Sony and Nintendo officially haven't come out in any capacity on this? Like, I know they're Japanese-based companies, but like you would think with them having a large U.S. presence that they would come out and make a statement. But obviously, what happens behind the scenes. But
I mean, Japan's weird like that though. They've got a very different culture. Like they take certain they take certain things a lot more seriously. Like very strange.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how Sony is with nudity on the console, right? Like Naughty Dog is the only. I still don't even know how Naughty Dog got that scene in Last of Us Part 2, but like it's
what?
very strange.
You haven't gotten there. You haven't gotten there, Dan. Yeah. I mean, we say that, right? But like, Jim Ryan has already spoken out. Like, he is capable of making statements because he already did last month, and it was a terrible statement. SIE has an American subsect, so like they are capable of making statements, and they have before, right? They all change they make statements about Pride every year,
Right.
Black History Month, so they can do something. So while it is great to see all these studios coming out, I do wish the company as a whole would say something as well. Not that like, I don't know. I don't want to be super negative. No, I'm allowed to be negative about this.
I think Nintendo's the least likely to say anything though. Like Sony might, maybe, but Nintendo, like they don't even do anything for those months. Like they're completely silent. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't know. I guess they just don't want to involve themselves with any extra controversy because they've got their own.
It's not a good excuse, but I think within Nintendo, like, and I don't agree with this at all, but if I had to guess what the logic is, that they're such a family-oriented company that doesn't they probably get a lot of customers from all different types of demographics, so they're like, we're just not going to say anything because we don't want to have a huge boycott or anything. Yeah. If I had to guess, that's probably why Nintendo doesn't do any of that stuff. But I actually didn't realize until you just said that, Rashan. You're right. They don't acknowledge anything like that.
Nothing.
There's Mario for $65 a month.
And I always wonder, like, those boycotts that people say they're going to do and all that, like, if that actually ends up affecting them, or if that's like you said earlier, Gage, another thing of like the vocal minority just speaking out and like them saying they're boycotting, but like that's not going to affect anything. Like, I always wonder about that because you often.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think it. Which that's why it always bugs me. It's very strange. This is totally different. Getting on a tangent now, but I never understand why companies actually do bow down to boycotts, whether they're warranted or not. Because no, once you do the math on Twitter, it's like it doesn't matter if something's trending as a hashtag. It's like you're probably talking about like 5% of your population, if that, is like angry about something. Numbers are probably even less than that. So it is very strange. Yeah, but super unfortunate times we live in. You guys, as I said before we started recording, you guys have just decided to LARP Handmaid's Tale for real down there, and it's getting a little whack. You guys need to tone it down a little bit.
I hate it here. Moving on to, we got some more quick bites for you. A Plague Tale Requiem launches this fall, October 18th. I have yet to play the original, but this is like an excuse for me to hurry up and get that one done, so I can play this one because it looks really good. So,
Heck yeah.
next quick bite comes from Variety. Speaking of Nintendo, Chris Pratt states that his Mario voice is unlike anything you've heard. I don't know what this means. I am dying to know. Here's a quote for you. I worked really closely with the directors and trying out a few things and landed on something that I'm really proud of and can't wait for people to see and hear, Pratt said. It's an animated voiceover narrative. It's not a live action movie. I'm not going to be wearing a plumber suit running all over. I'm providing a voice for an animated character, and it is updated and unlike anything you've heard in the Mario world before.
I actually
Dying
have
to hear it.
I have an inside scoop. Do you want to know what it is?
Tell me.
They invented a whole new language based off of a mix of Chinese, German, and African, and it is unlike anything you've ever heard.
Everything.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the trailer to drop for this. I can't wait.
Mario's gonna break the internet.
It's either gonna
they're using the prawn language from District 9. That's what they're doing.
Oh my god! Dan, tell me.
It's either gonna be really bad or it's just gonna be like, all right, okay, I don't know.
Is it gonna be anything other than really bad? Are we sure?
Probably not.
Right.
Dan?
Yes.
Before we move on.
Yeah.
Because you're our trusted manager here at Podcast PXN,
Well,
you are in charge. You are in charge of giving us your best Chris Pratt Mario impression right now. What do you think it's gonna sound like?
Blue, get over here. I don't from Jurassic World.
Who the
Get it?
fuck is Blue? Oh,
yeah, the dinosaur. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. It's me, Mario.
That was just a good Mario. You know?
I don't know about
You
that.
should have signed Dan for the movie.
Sign me
I'm
up.
scared. Moving on, we got a FromSoftware bang bang for you of news. First, FromSoftware is hiring devs for several new projects. What that could entail, I don't know. We'll find out. However, until then, let's read you the second bang. In an interview with Miyazaki, an unannounced project is in the final stages of development at FromSoftware. We'll speculate here in a second. Miyazaki intends to continue to focus on directing games and is already working on his next game. And Elden Ring will receive more updates. But of course, we knew that. If you scroll down on the link that I sent you guys, one interesting tidbit is that Miyazaki is apparently interested in working on something that he describes as more abstract fantasy than the projects we've seen from so far, and how he has come up with a lot of ideas and images that don't fit their current games. First and foremost, real quick, before it's a quick bite, I know, but I want to ask, what is the unannounced project that is in the final stages of development, and is it Armored Core, or is it Sekiro 2?
It's the video game adaptation.
Oh no.
I think it's Armored Core. Isn't that been going around a lot recently? That rumor.
Yeah,
That was the street mate.
Yeah. When he says final stages of development, I'm assuming that it's close. So I assume it's that.
Praying for a winter/spring 2023 release date.
Maybe Miyazaki has as crazy of an idea as Hideo Kojima had that he talked about this week about the boys.
I didn't write that in here, but actually, we can insert that right now. Sure, let's go for it. In a series of tweets, Kojima has been watching The Boys, the Amazon series, adaptation of the series, and said that he actually was working on a game that was very much similar to The Boys, but then scrapped it because of its similarity.
Damn.
Is that something you would have played? Yes, Gage.
Absolutely. But Eric Kripke, the showrunner and the guy who is adapting it. He actually tweeted out to Hideo Kojima like, "Hey, if you want to make something, let me know." And
That'd
then
be sick.
one of the stars
Imagine.
actually tweeted Hideo Kojima as well and was like, "Please reach out to us. We'll do it." So that would be
Jack Boyd.
awesome. That would be super cool. That'd be awesome. Voice is great, and Hideo Kojima is also great.
Yes.
Herogasm. What a final 15 minutes, eh?
What a yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Quick question here. If Grandma's listening, please, I beg you,
Grandma Warner,
Skip ahead.
mute for a second, because my friend asked me this. That's your warning. My friend said, if you had powers and you were invited to the Herogasm, would you go? I very quickly answered no. There's no
I
way.
said no.
Wow.
I said no.
I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one. Big press X.
I'm afraid of superheroes in this show are dying left and right all the
Yeah,
time.
but you have superpowers. You also have superpowers.
I don't
You would be
care.
in
I
there,
don't
like, the
care.
deep. You would be in there.
No, here's the thing. No, and you know, we don't have to go down this road.
We did see a superhero that exploded someone from the inside, so I mean
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of that.
that's
dude.
true. That's true.
It's not worth the seconds of pleasure. Moving on. Speaking of pleasure, Tencent's Lightspeed Studios announces a new game. It is AAA open world and running on Unreal Engine 5, and is based on the Jinyang Wuxia world titled Code Tojingyong. Watch the trailer for this. It is fantastic. And I'm here to debut live on the show for the very first time. I have here... Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me, everyone. Did I accidentally delete it?
Uh-oh.
Now, why would you do that?
Never.
Live on the show,
There we go.
I have Christian's list of Asian games that look dope. Okay?
Ooh.
I'm going to tweet this out later, just so we can all keep track together. Most of these are Chinese. It started off as Chinese, but then I remember one of them was Korean. So, let's go through this together real quick. We have Lost Soul Aside. That game was, we had a lengthy 10-minute trailer of that early this year. Black Myth Wukong. Remember that game where it almost seems like Souls-like, but you're playing as like this monkey with the staves? Fantastic. Project M. This was the Korean game that's narrative-based, right? Everyone akin it to Quantic Dream. Zenless Zone Zero, another what is the developer? The developer of Genshin.
Genshin Impact.
They're doing
MiHoYo?
yes, they're doing the action based game, and then now this one, Code Tojingyong. There you have it. All those Asian games to look forward to. I am keeping track of for you, and I'll tweet it out later.
Heck yeah.
I don't know if the developer of this game is Asian, but I'm so excited for Project Eve, and I want them to bring that back. I
Dude,
miss it.
I'm stoked for Project Eve.
Yes. It's been a while since we've seen it, so hopefully they show it off soon.
I don't want to harsh your mellow, Christian. But
Mhm.
there was a story that broke today about Black Myth Wukong. Did you see that?
No.
Apparently, we're running into one of those situations where there's some leaks coming out where some of the developers are like, don't get your hopes up. Aside from the vertical slices you see, this game doesn't really exist. Like, apparently it's extremely ambitious, and when everybody was like, oh, this looks too good to be true, like it's kind of seeming like it is like that. Like, it's not anywhere near completion, which is unfortunate because that game looks absolutely incredible. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense because everything we've seen is like
Sure.
insanely jaw-dropping and like and detailed down to like, so yeah, something to keep in mind. It's just unfortunate, but
That makes it very sad, but if the gameplay slice looks that good, it's a proof of concept of something, and hopefully they
It
get to
is,
work on something
yes.
eventually, and I will be excited for that.
absolutely, it's a great way to put it.
Ro,
Yes.
live on the show. Christian's list of Asian games that look dope has been updated with Project Eve. The developer, Shift Up, is Korean-based. So
Nice.
we now have 4 Chinese games and 2 Korean games. Fantastic. Well, depending on what happens with Black Myth, but semantics. Yeah, moving on. This comes from Variety. Amazon, this is for Daniel. Amazon cast Kyle MacLachlan in its Fallout series. And I believe, one of the tweets, I couldn't find it. The show is being... Nope, that's... Oh, I'm missing a story.
Oh,
While I grab this, are you excited for Fallout?
Yes, of course. I love Fallout. Yeah,
I'm so excited, Christian.
I've been very intrigued from the get-go for this because Amazon makes some good TV content and freaking love Fallout in that world and like that 50s or 40s music flavor in there. Like, I don't know.
None of this has anything to do with Kyle MacLachlan.
I
Why
know, but
haven't you?
I literally know nothing about Kyle MacLachlan except that I've seen a couple of shows that he's in. So, I mean, I think he's a...
And apparently none of them are Twin Peaks. I want the record to be straight here.
Yeah, I've never seen Twin Peaks. Yeah. Accurate.
I just like how they keep casting people that look like making it fun. The person they cast so far.
You know what? Kyle
Starting with
MacLachlan...
Why?
What?
That's so mean.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just
Leave
saying
MacLachlan alone.
they all look like someone that you could create with sliders. That's,
He-
that's all I'm saying.
MacLachlan looks like he could be a ghoul with a little bit of makeup, you know? He's already almost there.
Y'all are fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say. Speaking of TV, we got news on the Horizon 2074 TV show. It is including The Boys and The Expanse talent working on this new Horizon show, and the series will reportedly be filmed in Toronto and set across two timelines, one in the post-apocalypse future we know of the Horizon world to be, and one, I think, in 2074.
Yeah, this should be very exciting for people who are looking forward to this. If you haven't seen The Expanse or The Boys, that's fine. But what, like, Dan can speak to this. I mean, we don't know which cast and crew, to be fair, but like the set design and the CGI and special effects that the cast, specifically of The Expanse, was able to do with the extremely limited budget that they have, this is very exciting news because that's the biggest concern that I have with the Horizon TV series is like, okay, how much actually going to be of the world that we know, or is it going to be a lot of flashbacks where they're going to be like, oh yeah, no, there's no robots actually. Like, it's very... You'd think that a lot of this show has to be CGI or something like that. So the fact that they have talent from these shows, which, I mean, Expanse is a 300 years in the future sci-fi show, it's very exciting. It's very good to hear that they're going to have the cast and crew because they make up a lot more quality of a show than most guys. So I think this is really good news for anybody who is excited. Personally, I'm not crazy. I haven't played the Horizon games yet, so I'm not sucked into that world. But if we're looking forward to this, this is really, really good news.
One thing I wish the Horizon games focused on a bit more was character relationships. Like, it's good in Horizon, but I feel like there's room for improvement. It could be really great. Having potential showrunners, I don't know who the team is, but like comprised of The Boys and The Expanse, which are both shows that like heavily rely on character dynamics in the way like Herogasm, like the culmination of 3 seasons worth of nothing but like character development all clashing together, right? The Expanse, it's all about these characters in this world, right?
So
could be
it's not showrunners. It's actually like it's crew. It's like set designers. It's
oh,
that's what I mean.
okay.
Yeah, no, like
Gotcha.
It's proper crew. So it's gonna be very. I'm feeling good about this. I'm not excited for it personally, but yeah, if you were looking forward to this, there's gonna be a lot of talent behind the camera.
Well, if there's talent behind the camera,
a lot of positions that have to do with bringing this to life, like set design, costume design, all that type of stuff.
Well, that's dope as well. But I'm hoping for some cool showrunners, though.
Yes. And like the two timelines for the Horizon show, like they're gonna have to have a ton of CGI for both because obviously the earlier days they have a ton of technology and stuff, and then in the more recent times everything went to shit. But you have all these technological dinosaurs and all kinds of creatures. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Our last quick bite here: Blizzard acquires Proletariat, the developer behind Spellbreak. The team is now working on World of Warcraft and the World of Warcraft Dragonflight expansion. Congrats, Blizzard. I don't know.
Congrats, I guess. I'm happy that these guys have a job still, but this industry is so hard, man. Like, just to stay afloat. I'm glad that they have jobs. Great. I'm glad that they're doing that. What sucks is that they're working on something that has existed for decades, I guess, for a decade at least. Instead of working on something that is super creative, that they are enjoying to are made to do. Like Spellbreak, I guess maybe I'm part of the problem. I played the beta and then I didn't touch it yet, but I would be lying if I didn't think that was like a super creative battle royale. But it's just so hard to break in with Fortnite and Warzone and all that kind of stuff. So it sucks that they're not going to get a chance to maybe improve upon that creative formula and try something else. I think they have like 3 games under their belt right now, so they're just getting started. So it sucks that they're being brought on as a Warcraft developer to just keep churning that stuff out. Activision just sweeping people up to work on Call of Duty and Warcraft now, which sucks.
It does suck, bro. I agree.
I'm glad they didn't lose anybody. That's good. Not yet, at least.
You know what doesn't
yeah.
suck? A taste of street meat.
Ooh.
Ready to feast? Skull and Bones is reportedly launching this fall, according to a leak by good friend Tommy H. He's not a friend of the show. I just said good friend.
He's a friend of the show,
Tom
Christian.
Henderson.
You know what? Just like Man Meat is a sponsor, and who was our other sponsor you announced?
Oh,
today?
and just like your Leonardo. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. God.
Things that are fake. Anybody gonna pick up this Ubisoft title where you get to play as a boat?
No. I don't
No.
think so. Have we even
Hell
seen
no.
we've seen like some bits and pieces, but
Oh.
have we got like a real
we've
deep
seen-
dive into it from
we've seen
Ubisoft?
We've seen some stuff.
We've seen? Okay. I was just
I'm
just
kidding.
wasn't
No.
looking.
I don't think.
Oh,
we've
okay.
seen like nothing on
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
One
so
person.
maybe
might have.
oh yeah, well Dan, yes. You've seen. Oh, you haven't seen.
It's,
But yeah, maybe a deep dive will change my mind, but from the little we've seen, no, definitely not.
not for me either. Sorry. So that street meat turned out to be bad.
Whoa.
It gave us food poisoning.
Gross.
No. No.
Not again.
Let's mosey on over, shall we? To the PXN news of the week. We got 2 news items for you, both humongous, ginormous, massive.
I'm gonna
First one.
Yeah, sorry.
Mhm. Oh,
I was gonna say I'm gonna hibernate until the next news story because this is just
Okay.
too much for me.
Okay.
But I'm excited to listen to you guys. I will.
just chill.
I love it.
Just kick back, put your feet up, and let us see. Washington Post has an exclusive. Sony launches their new hardware brand Inzone, featuring a selection of new monitors and headsets. I'm going to read here from Washington Post. Sony Electronics is launching a gaming gear brand called Inzone, aimed at PC gamers. The company announced its new brand Tuesday with 2 27-inch monitors and 3 variations of gaming headphones. Inzone had been in the works since 2019, before the pandemic, and Sony execs observed growth in the video game and esports industries. No way. Quote, we are entering the gaming gear industry with monitors and headsets at an exciting time, since gaming and esports have gotten even more popular over the last few years. Kazuo Ki, Sony president of home entertainment and sound products, told the WAPO. We are leveraging Sony's high-quality display and audio technologies to deliver products that will allow gamers to immerse themselves into their gaming world. The name of the brand, Key said, is meant to refer to the immersive feeling gamers experience when they are in the zone. Truly enlightening stuff here. And so what I did was, over 3 separate articles plus the video that the stream that I watched yesterday, I broke down everything you need to know about both monitors and all 3 headsets. The most substantial, which we're going to go through, is the most premium headset. But before we get there, we're going to start with the monitors. The M3, oh, by the way, both monitors are 27-inch IPS LED screen monitors, same size. The M3 features a 1080p resolution, a 240 hertz refresh rate, HDR 400. It is G-Sync compatible, and it has 1 millisecond gray to grays, and is going to run a $529 US price tag. The M9, the higher quality, again 27-inch IPS LED, has 4K resolution, lower refresh rate, 144 hertz, HDR 600, G-Sync, not Cinch, typo, 1 millisecond gray, and retail is $899. Some more features on the M9 that differentiate it, aside from that, is that it has a switcher. Therefore, you can plug in a single keyboard, mouse, and headset to the PS5 and use that just with a flick of the switch. You can change it to your PC. Now you're doing the same stuff but on your PC.
Oh,
So I
that's
thought that
cool.
was pretty cool. Yeah. Dan, you already have a premium, pretty nice monitor. If you did not have that, would this be enough to kind of allure you to buy one?
Yeah. I mean, I have the exact same spec monitor as what they're describing with the M9 here. 4K 144 hertz display with HDR 600. I suspect that they're using the same display that mine has because LG makes the actual display part of it. And that happens a lot where different companies just use those same parts. So yeah, I mean, and this is a great price point compared to what I paid 2 years ago or a year ago. I can't even remember when I got this for mine. So $899 is actually a pretty good price point for 4K 144 hertz. So yeah.
And they were aiming to be more competitive, like with those prices. And I learned through our group chat that is what prices are now for 4K 144 hertz monitors. I thought they were still in the realm of like 1200, 1300, but it looks like they're coming down to sub 1000. Gage, probably not enough for you to transfer over to Sony brand monitor, eh?
I don't have an issue with Sony brand. It's just, I mean, I'm wary of any new, like when any sort of company gets into a new space. The specs sound great, like you said, the price point is there, but is it? I mean, you already have brands like Asus that make fantastic monitors, and they've been doing it for years, right? You have Razer who want something a bit more premium. They've been doing LG, MSI, so they're gonna have to prove themselves with quality and with the durability as well, right? So this is one of those things where it's like if this comes out and it gets really good buzz, then like the second iteration is where I'll jump on. But I'm always cautious when it comes into new stuff.
Especially for monitors too. Like that is like a hefty price tag for something that you want, like are looking at like a lot if you're going to be gaming. And if you're going to be doing that, unless you're like some kind of, if you have a sponsorship or some kind of like partnership with Sony, like if you're just going to buy something, you're better off, I would say, like going with trusted brands that you like LG is what I have, right? It's not as premium as a 4K, but it does. I have what 140, 1440 resolution and 144 hertz with mine, and like I'm very happy with mine. So I'm not ready to drop $900 on something that I don't know if it's going to be great in the long term. You know, so
like Dan mentioned, like they're using LG panels, right? So you know.
Sure.
Like I understand that, but like when it comes to monitors, I mean, there's a lot of things to worry about, right? There's burn in, especially with LED HDR, like you screen burn in and all that stuff, like things that you won't know. You look at the spec sheet and say that's all great, but there's definitely some like real world sort of testing that has to happen. But the switcher is fantastic. Like not a lot of monitors have that. The switcher is huge, so that actually has me excited. And I have more to say when we get into the headsets because the headsets actually really got me going there. But sorry, Dan, I cut you off. What were you gonna say?
No, you're good. I was just gonna say the other important thing is like a lot of people won't even have a computer that's capable to run modern games at 4K 144 hertz. So at the end of the day,
let alone a PS5 that does that.
Exactly.
What games are doing that on PS5?
Yeah.
But it's cool how they gave themselves that out, right? Because they're definitely, like they said, they're targeting the PC marketplace. But like you just said, Dan, some people may not have the specs for it. Then they always put that little badge at the bottom. Also works great with PS5. So I think that's exactly why they did it, right? They're trying to cover both bases. Like, sure, you may have like a GTX 1060 and an i5 from 4 years ago, but it also works really well with PS5 if you have that. So they're definitely. I think that's why they put that branding and that little quip in there is so that if they can kind of cover both bases. But yeah, I mean, there's no games right now that are running 124K on either.
Yep. The one thing I do like about these Inzone products is that they so that Sony's really like making sure that there is really hopefully well integration with both PC and PS5 to have like seamless switching and kind of like in between the two. And this is where the headsets I think for me really shines, and we'll get into it in the most premium headset. But let's start with the bottom H3 headset. This is a wired headphone with 360-degree spatial audio. And it runs you $99. So that's comparative to the Pulse headset that Sony has for the PlayStation brand. The H7, the middle product, is a wireless headphone. Features a 40-hour battery life on a single charge, 360-degree spatial audio. It is PS5 enhanced, whatever that means. I don't think I got any more details there. And that runs you $229. See, I was liking this. I was feeling this one until I got more details on the H9. The H9, there's a lot of stuff going on here. This is wireless as well. Shorter battery life, 32 hours. 360-degree spatial sound as well. Noise canceling. LED lighting. Ambient sound mode. PS5 enhanced. A soft leather interior. No mute button. You have to put the mic up to mute. 2.4 gigahertz USB connection and Bluetooth connectivity simultaneously, meaning you can run your PC and PS5 at the same time with just those, at the same time. And the Inzone Hub companion app, where you can go in and personalize mixes there. And that runs you $299. Before I ask everyone's opinion, I'm going to give you some notes here on the Inzone Hub app. Focuses on 3 types of settings: sound, device, and app sync. The sound settings allow you to adjust the noise canceling and ambient sound, or turn both off. Spatial sound can also be enabled in the app, though you will need to scan a QR code and use your smartphone to take pictures of your left and right ear in order to set up the personalization features. Send that to Mark Cerny. It was true all along. Dynamic range also has a few options: high, low, or disabled. The microphone levels can be also adjusted. An interesting feature to note is that when the mic is propped up and not positioned where your mouth is, you will be locked from customizing the mic's volume and other features. Very weird. Like enabling auto gain. Also, it does feature EQ options for like going in there and tinkering with various levels. Some more features real quick, and I think this is for all of them. The headphones come with a Discord certified boom mic, though in the IGN hardware overview, they did say it's reportedly extremely quiet, which is kind of a bummer. And then all the headphones are not circular; they're oval shaped. They'll fit better and they'll bit more comfortable on the ears as they rest. Gage, you had a lot to say about the headphones. Was it about the H9 specifically?
Man, Dan and I have gone back and forth on this many a time on the podcast. I am a big fan of two-tone color scheme, and I am one of the 5 or 6 people that loves the base PS5 design. I absolutely love it. And then separate from that, white and blue is my favorite color combination. So I look at these H9s with the blue LED ring on them, white and black two-tone, and I am immediately drawn to it. And separate from the monitors, Sony kills it in the headphone games. This is not the same situation with the monitors where they're trying something new. No, they've proven themselves in the headphone. They make some of the best headphones that you can get. So I saw this H9 and I'm liking it quite a bit. And like you said, they are sort of taking a dual approach where they're designing it for PS5 and for PC. And while I don't have a PS5 yet, I do sort of my daily driver, my gaming equipment is a PC. So this H9 is really speaking to me. And again, I know Sony makes fantastic headsets. I know they do. So I can look at this and look at the way it looks and kind of be like, I almost want to get this based off aesthetics alone. But I also know that like technology behind it. I am absolutely in love with this headset. I think it is. If I were to design my dream headset, this is what it would look like. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful headset.
Let me jump in here, Dan, before I tag you. All right?
Sure.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry. For a long time, I was looking at getting SteelSeries, right? Like SteelSeries are making like some phenomenal headsets. Right. Dan hates it because apparently you can hear stuff from around his house. Whatever. I'm not gonna be talking to everyone all the time. The headphones themselves sound great. The drawback to SteelSeries is that in order to get like proper sound out of them, you need to be connected into an optical in, which the PS5 does not have, right? Because kind of an outdated technology there. Like Sony just doesn't need that anymore. The problem is that many manufacturers, to get audio like of that quality, are using it still. So you run into a problem. Yeah. So foregoing that, with the H9, I'm able to get like proper high quality audio, foregoing that whole optical, right? Because I can connect either Bluetooth or dongle. What's really exciting me is that dual connectivity. There's so many times when I'm playing games with people who like when cross-platform playing is like such a big thing in modern gaming, people are on Discord now more than ever. And when I'm playing games on my PS5, I have to use my headset to listen to Discord and then plug in a separate audio with a splitter into my monitor so I can hear my PS5 at the same time. And that creates interference where I'm getting like a constant buzz and the quality dips tremendously. So it's not the greatest. Having something like this would be phenomenal for gaming like that. Are you kidding me? I would love that so much. So I am ready to take pictures of my ears and get a proper sound. Like,
That's so
this is
weird.
game,
What
baby.
is that gonna do?
Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna send it though.
I'm gonna send those pics. Ear finder. Let's go.
This
So
is just like he just has a fetish and he's trying to hide it.
Yeah.
An ear
Well,
fetish.
I'm an
Yeah,
engineer.
well,
I need to see
it's-
your
You know
ears.
what? I listen
Wanna
to a
be the
lot of
first?
ASMR. Oh my god, the H9 ASMR combo while playing games?
Ooh.
Just kisses in my ears? You kidding me? Dan, you excited for the H9?
I mean, yeah, it seems very, very solid, but I'm not buying any more headsets. I've bought so many that I've been just furious. But
I'm begging you to play with something other than your little Bluetooth
Please.
Beats.
no, I
Please.
do. I do. The day we were playing that, I was using my Beats because my headset was dead or something. Or no, because we were on Discord. I had to use something Bluetooth because we were on Discord. However, I will say a lot of the more recent premium headsets, and even the ones that aren't as premium, have the dual connectivity now of Bluetooth and the 2. Yeah, it's a lot better. Like, for instance, my favorite headset, and this, I swear to God, this is not me, pandering to Xbox, but the $99, no, I swear, the $99 Xbox wireless headset is honestly the best headset that I've had, because the problem is with these guys that I have on right now, I'm using, obviously, the wire because that's how I use it for the podcast, but the wireless stuff is fantastic. The audio sounds fantastic, but the microphone is terrible on the Seal series. Literally, I can hear everything, or people that are in my party can hear everything. I've changed every setting possible, and when I did a bunch more reading on it, it sounds like you basically have to use their PC app in order to customize it to really like refine it to the point where the audio is like decent, decent, not great. And when I'm playing on Xbox, I can't do that because I don't have the ability to use that software. So, and the other thing I will say, Christian, is this SteelSeries, it only connects via USB. So it actually has 2 USBs. You can plug one into your console, one into your PC. There's no optical anymore. So they have, like, more recently, those companies have done better with that. But obviously, the H9 looks like a really solid companion for the PS5 and someone who's on PC.
Bro, I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep going with headsets.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Dan.
Yo.
First of all, I believe you. I trust you.
Yeah.
However, I need the audience to know. This man over here,
Tell him.
is praying for a comeback of the over-the-ear wireless, like, single-ear chat headphones where the audio still comes from your TV, but your mic is in the one ear.
Yes.
Can we trust this man
Because
with the headphone advice?
bro,
I don't think we can.
This man wants to be that guy from Better Call Saul with the earpiece. This is what you want to be, Dan.
I want
You
a
ready to
modern,
go sell a house?
No, I want a modern
Ew.
version of that, because the problem is I spent $1,000+ on my surround sound in my living room to make it fantastic sound in my living room. Why do I have to use a freaking over-the-ear headset? I want to just chat with my friends while getting the experience of my surround sound.
Oh, that's
I don't
so
understand
weird.
how that's
Those are
difficult.
mutually exclusive, because if you want to enjoy the surround sound, you do it when you're not in a party. If you're in a party, you don't want to hear your surround sound. It doesn't sound beautiful
No.
our headphones.
No, you don't have to hear that. That's the point I'm making. Back when the Xbox 360 released both of their over-the-ear headsets, I used surround sound back then. You didn't get background noise because they're noise
canceling piece
Yes.
of the 360 in the box. I don't believe you,
I don't believe
sir.
it either.
I promise you, I will pull it out right now. I have it in my bedroom, packed away
How is that
in
gonna
my
prove it to
Xbox
us?
360 box. I will pull that out and join an Xbox 360 party
Do it.
and prove you wrong, because
A
I
360
literally
party.
Yeah, I
Who's on? Are they still servers? 360?
Yeah, they're still up.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do it. I promise you.
Anyway, I got some good news and bad news for you, Dan.
Sure.
The good news is, if you're interested in, shoot, what was it? Noise canceling, proper noise canceling. I heard from reading about from the IGN article, the noise canceling is fantastic on the H9s, comparable to the high-end Sony headphones, the AirPod Pros and Max Pros, whatever. I forget which one the ones are called. Very cool noise canceling. I probably wouldn't use it when I'm gaming, but I do watch a lot of TV and movies with like headphones on. If I'm able to do that with watching a movie on my PS5 with those on, bang bang, bada bing, bada boom, would be fantastic. However, the bad news here for you, Dan, is that the Discord certified boom mic on these bad boys, very similar to the Steel series, where it's quiet. You have to speak a little bit louder, have it closer to your mouth, and it picks up kind of ambient noise from around you. So, who knows? Maybe if you fix it in the app.
Well, I wonder if that's why it's so quiet, is that they're trying to cut back on the ambient noise. But it picks up less of it. If the mic in general is quiet, like maybe that's what they're trying to do. It's strange to have a headset that's this premium, and for somebody to say like, well, it's quiet. Like I wonder if they did that intentionally.
Yeah, that's actually very similar to the Steel series, because if I turn my microphone volume like way down on the Steel series control unit, it doesn't pick up extra noise, but then I sound super quiet for people. So
right.
Okay. There you have it. Those are supposed to be. You can pre-order those now. I don't know if they're sold out yet. I haven't even looked, but there's gonna be dropping later this summer. I think next month, sometime in July. I didn't look up the date. I'm sorry, but if you're interested, you can look it up yourself, because I have the right to tell you to do that. I don't know. Because we have to move on to our next story, which is the Nintendo Direct mini recap. This just happened yesterday at 6 a.m. Pacific, so I slept through it naturally. And I'm going to run you through everything that was at the Nintendo Direct mini, plus a little bit of news that happened right after. Nier Automata, the End of Yorha edition, is coming to Switch October 6th. Rise up, perverts. Nier Automata rocks. You need to play it immediately.
Agreed. I'm surprised that the Switch can handle this. But
I mean, we'll see. It is locked at 30 frames per second.
Similar to Roshan with the PC with the monitor stuff. I'm just gonna tune out for this next segment. You guys.
That's okay. Mega Man Battle Network Collection launches on Switch next year, and apparently people are freaking out about this. I don't know. Mega Man Battle. What's going on? RPG? Mega Man RPG?
I think it is, and it's like a turn-based battle instead of like the regular platforming shooting stuff. I didn't get the chance to play this, but I'm pretty sure they're Game Boy Advance games, and people love them. So I'm excited to give them a chance. Yeah. I hope we get more GBA ports. I'm still holding out hope we get Sonic Advance on the Switch someday. But still holding out hope. But yeah, this is awesome. This is a cool port for sure.
There you have it. You can play all 10 of those next year. Yeah. You can also play Pac-Man World Repack when that launches August 26th. For those of you Pac-Man fans, I suppose.
I'm looking at this. It doesn't even look like Pac-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. And if you're one of those freaks who's into Monkey Island, you can return to Monkey Island first on Switch, because it's launching on Switch first. The console launch. Get on Switch first. You know what else you can get on Switch? You can get Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That's coming out October 20th. This was leaked right before the Direct.
Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest things that was at the Direct, and yeah, but it's confirmed October 20th. Big fall game, Mario plus Rabbids. Looks really good.
I think that's on my fantasy draft, I believe. Yes.
I think you're gonna get some points for it. Yeah. Am I gonna play it? I don't know. But we'll see.
I tweeted earlier that I think the gameplay for these games always looks fun, but I just hate the Rabbids so much that I just I don't want to even try it.
The Rabbids suck, but I did play one of those games on Wii.
Oh.
What did Gage call
What is Zeitgeist?
The minions before the minions.
I was gonna say the Rabbids walk so the minions can run.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of want to watch the Minions movie, but I digress. Dragon Quest Treasures comes December 9th. Yes. Portal Companion Collection available same day, so you can play that right now on Switch. If you haven't played Portal already, you can do so.
That's
Portal 2, one of the greatest games ever made. Square Enix reveals a new game, Harvestella. Just dropping random games left and right. It is a life simulation / RPG hybrid coming November 4th, and Roshan is very excited for this one.
How did you know?
You tweeted about it.
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to give it a shot. Yeah, it speaks my language. Anime, life sim, RPG. Yep, I'm down.
Up Rose Alley. Maybe Super Bomberman R2 is up Rose Alley, and that's been announced coming next year.
I have not played any of the Bomberman games, but I remember playing this like mini clip game that was a rip off of Bomberman, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So maybe I should actually try the actual franchise. But yeah.
Shortly after, very, very shortly after, Atlas tweets out, and by the way, I don't know why this wasn't in the direct, but whatever. Atlas, was it?
The Persona stuff?
Yes. Was it?
Yeah, it was, yes.
Okay, then perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction.
No problem.
During the mini, Atlas confirms Persona 3, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are coming to Switch October 21st. Heck yes. Scorpio season in full effect for Persona fans.
Super excited to play P5 Royal for the first time. I've only played 5, so I'm excited to play Royal. I saw that when when it was coming to Game Pass. Say it again for the Switch. I don't know which one I'm going to choose, but definitely.
I've started Royal 3 times. I need to like sit down and like carve out 2 months so I can play this 100-hour game. There you have it. Was not the direct I was hoping for. I'm not gonna lie to you. A little underwhelming, but I want to save all conversation about this until topic of the show. If that's okay. Is that okay with everyone?
Yep.
Indeed.
Okay. We're gonna round the corner. We're gonna do a quick fantasy critic draft check-in. Everyone, make sure to drink a little bit of water while we're at it. Let's check in to our fantasy draft. AI the Somnian Files, Nirvana Initiative. This was picked by Ro. It got some reviews this week. Was it last week or this week?
I think it came out last week.
Did we say this already then?
We
did,
but it wasn't final yet, I think.
Yeah, I don't think the points came in yet.
Let's confirm while we're here. 87 on OpenCritic, netting Ro 17 points. Ro is sitting at a total pointage of 44.
Yay.
Another pick. This is by Dan. I fucking hate having to read out Dan's little fantasy picks.
What do you mean?
Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. It's not even, it's a DLC. Is it a full game?
It is no,
right?
It's an expansion, right?
Expansion, yeah. I played the demo. It's pretty fun. I don't like the placement of XBAY on the controls of these. And the ZL, I don't know. The Pro Controller, the Switch format is confusing to me. So it was very confusing to play Monster Hunter. It's a very confusing game. Very fun game, but confusing. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Let's see what Dan is sitting at. Where we at?
I don't think it's been added yet, but once it is, 19 points coming up.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 89.
89? Oh, god damn. Netting Dan's total pointage of
125.
Where are you at? Yeah. Well, you're at 106 right now. Yeah, you would be at 125. I mean, we've handed you the crown months ago.
I have way more games released than you guys, though. There's still plenty of time for you guys to come back.
Like I said, Ro and I are fighting for second, while Gage sits quietly at minus 10 points. Interesting enough, Cuphead the Delicious Last Course, that launches tomorrow. There was no reviews out today. No, nothing.
Weird.
That's weird.
Weird.
What happens if it doesn't get reviewed?
Dude, don't even say that. Why would they review all these little fucking expansions left and right this whole goddamn year, and then Cuphead the Delicious Last Course, one of like most anticipated DLCs this year? You know what I mean? Like, it's up there. It's in the top 10 for sure. And crickets.
I'm sure it's just embargoed.
Let's pray. Because right now I'm sitting at 60. I could use some more points. There we have it. How's your fantasy draft and chicken? Let's see what's coming upcoming real quick. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels. Oh, God. This is going to get reviewed, but Cuphead DLC doesn't? Okay. That's July 19th. Also July 19th, that is Stray, as picked by Men and Gage. Oh, Gage, you're gonna get some points for that for sure. And then I picked Live Alive or Live Alive, July 22nd. Last July game, the 29th, by Ro, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. For all you Xenoblade fans, freaks, they're out there. Okay. I get to relax now because it's what you got for me, Dan. Start us off.
What do I have for you? Well, I've forgotten. I played with Christian, and I actually won mini golf for once. Right? Christian?
Oh yeah. No, hold on. Tell them about the star level, the space level though.
Oh yes, the space level really
Yeah.
got me pissed off. I hate those freaking. You have to hit them from points to points. Like there's these little pads. You gotta keep jumping the ball to different pads. It is driving me insane.
I've never played a better game of mini golf than I have that space level. There's a moment at the end where you have to hit it through these rings in order to get like to lower your hit. I don't know what do you want to call it. Your stroke.
Stroke limit, yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't hit any of them, it's an automatic like +4. And Dan it didn't hit those rings. But me, I'm like, I just sent it. What did I do? The first thing I hit both those rings, baby.
Yeah. Yours hit it twice, and mine freaking spun around the whole circle about 17 times and didn't hit a single ring. I'm like, are you serious right now? But
yeah. Dan did beat me at the Babylon level. Well deserved. Good game. That was a good game.
Thank you. And also, I beat Glenn in NHL 22, which let me just say, NHL 22 is a far better game than 21 because I was getting very pissed off in 21, and Glenn didn't believe me when I was screaming in the mic saying, there is no way I am losing this many face-offs. I know how to do it. And Glenn's like, well, you're just not doing it right, Dan. I am doing it right. I did the tutorial for an hour because I got frustrated with it. And then what happens? NHL 22, we almost evenly split our face-off wins. So, way better.
So it sounds like you just weren't doing it right for NHL 21.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It was the same thing. Sorry,
So
once-
when
for
Dan
once,
isn't
it's
winning,
actually
the
the
game
game.
is
Yeah.
bad. But when he's winning, the game is good.
That's not
Interesting.
true at all.
Interesting.
That's
folks.
not
interesting.
true. It's unrelated to me winning. It's the fact that our face-offs were even. Was never mind. Forget. Also, I played one more game that is top secret, and I can't talk about it. So yeah, there you go.
It rhymes
I'm
with
excited.
tortilla. It does not rhyme with tortilla. Just saying that.
Pretty close, actually.
It rhymes with
Hey,
hyenas.
Well,
Okay. There we
not
go.
very top secret, eh? Roshan Warner.
My goodness, yes. Yes, I played a little bit of Sonic Mania, the hit Sonic game by Sonic. I don't even remember who developed it. I'm sorry, but yeah, great game, awesome nostalgia trip. Having a good time playing it. I haven't beat it yet, so this is my first time actually trying to beat it. So I've gotten a little bit further in it, and yeah, it's a great Sonic game. Not much to say on it besides I'm enjoying it. But there was a summer Steam sale that's still going on right now. I think it goes on until the end of July, I think, or the middle of July or something. But yeah, my dad got me like a Steam gift card for my birthday last month. So I had some funds left over, and I decided to pick up a couple of games. And I picked up Trails of the Sky, Legend of Heroes Trails of the Sky, Guramin, and Muse Dash. So hopefully I will be talking about that soon. I'm excited to play Guramin because I literally know nothing about it. It's the first time, you know, when you go into EB Games when you were a kid and you saw like the box art and you're like, you know what, I want to buy that, Mom. And you pick it up and your mom gets it for you and you play it and it's terrible, but you picked it. So you're like, yeah, but you picked it. So you're proud. Like, I made this decision. It's bad because of me. And I'm excited to try Gurman because I just picked it based off of the art style alone. I didn't look at reviews. I'm just like, you know what? It's $3. Everything that they're saying in the description sounds like I would enjoy it. So let's give it a shot. So I'm excited to try that one out.
Oh
yeah, that's it.
Let us know. I will say, Ro, I also bought some games on the Steam summer sale.
Ooh.
2 of them. One of which is Boneworks, the VR game. Esteemed.
Yes.
Cannot wait to play that. And then I also picked up Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Platinum Games, baby.
Nice.
It's my turn for what you got for me. Oh, sorry, Ro.
No, I was just saying I've heard great things about that Revengeance game. I still have to play it.
Let's do it together.
Rashane, you actually played Boneworks when you were at my place.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I did.
Ooh.
I was bad at it.
You were doing your best. That's all that matters.
I was doing my best, which is even sadder.
Roshan, it really pains me to exclude you from this, but we should all play. Again, Ro, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
We should
It's
all play
okay.
some VR FPS games soon. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Dan can yell at us some more. I beat the post game of Kirby. The levels themselves, fantastic. They were probably some of the best levels, akin to like when you beat Mario 3D World. The port from the Wii U game. When you get to like the secret levels, like those, then they get really hard. Like comparable with that with Kirby. It was so much fun, so good. The bosses themselves, I didn't think were as insane or as like stunning as the proper final boss of the game. But there is an optional extra boss in the Z Cup, I've learned. I don't know if I'll go back and do that, but game itself, great game. Probably, I think it's in my top 5 of games of this year. So Kirby, everyone was right. Good game. I also played the Cycle Frontier for the first time this week. Last week, and it was fun. I've still only played 45 minutes. I've yet to go back in, but I really want to go jump back in because it was a lot of fun. Chill game, Tarkov-like, but like chill and sci-fi and fun. And last, I finally have made it to a point of Resident Evil 4 that I never got to as a kid. So it's all new territory from here on out. And the castle is insane. Are you 4 people who have played the game? No, it's insane. There's invisible crickets. I don't know what's going on, but I'm scared. It rocks. So much fun.
Oh,
Ro,
God.
Ro, I'm sorry for the spoilers.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That just sounds awful.
Yeah, it's really fun. Oh, Gage.
I have been playing. I gotta say, okay, Dragon's Dogma 2 gets announced. Everybody starts losing their minds.
It ain't it, right? The first one?
Hold up. So I'm like,
okay.
all right, what's this hype about? Let me go. Everybody's saying this is a cult classic. Let me go buy this game and try it. Now, you said you jumped into this in our private chat, and you said that you weren't thrilled. It didn't hold up. Did you play it on console?
Yes.
Okay. It is not enhanced, so you were probably playing it at 30 frames. You were playing probably the Xbox 360 version. I played this on Steam. This is one of the greatest RPGs I've ever played in my life.
Oh.
This is one of the greatest RPGs I've ever played in my life. In my mind, it's up there with Skyrim. That's all I'm going to say.
And the reason that Christian didn't like it was because of the frame rate?
No, performance is not my issue with the game at all.
Okay, I didn't know if that was, but I was just saying, like, when I was thinking, because I was debating, I was like, do I buy it on Steam or do I buy it on the console? And I looked into it, and I just noticed that. So I didn't know if that I think you said like it really shows its age. I didn't know if it was because of frame rate, but that is something to keep in mind. But anyways, I played it on Steam. I played about 15 hours vanilla, and then I downloaded some quality of life mods and some compilations that people put together.
Nice.
And this game is fucking incredible. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to do a hard disagree. The amount of different movesets you can unlock and the animations, and I'm like, this game came out in 2012. Like, how is this? I don't know. I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away.
Oh, for sure. I don't know how it ran in that era. You know what I mean?
It's incredible. I mean, the amount of subsystems, climbing monsters, and all the spell casting, and there's like 20 different buffs you can do to your weapons and enchanting, and not to mention all the different clothing and armor. Like, well before Fallout 4, there was like, you have your clothing and then you have your armor layer over top of it, and they do that for your legs, for your chest, for your arms, for your head. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm like I've said before in this podcast many times, my kryptonite is character customization, and Dragon's Dogma is the belle of the ball.
You do it twice in the first hour.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. I am.
Here's the thing. The systems the systems are complex, and like it's cool if you're into that, but like it was too much at the same time. Like they're dropping a lot on you in that
I
first
could see
hour.
that. I was definitely intimidated, and you know what? In another life, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I probably could have called it quits. I probably could have been overwhelmed and never like
Yeah.
continued. So I don't blame you for that. But for some reason, I pushed on through, and it was like I was thinking about it at work. Like I fell hard in this game.
Wow.
So I absolutely love this game.
The story's rad.
I skipped through all the story. Listen,
Oh, wow.
It's very Japanese. It's very Resident Evil. I'm playing this. It's solely for the gameplay. Yeah, I don't know anything about the story, but man, I absolutely love the game.
This is Dark Arisen, right? Is that what it's called?
Well,
Okay.
that is the Dark
That's the
Arisen is
complete
kind of
edition,
like it was like the Xbox One PS4 port, and it added DLCs to it, so it's like a 1.5 kind of package.
Gotcha.
But yes, Dark Arisen, like if you're buying it on Steam, Rashan, which I highly recommend, at least try it out. Wait
Yeah,
till it
it's
goes on sale again, though,
$6 right now.
Oh, is it still $6?
It's
Yeah.
too much.
Oh, fucking steal! No, that is a steal, my guy. That is a steal. Definitely get it on Steam though. Even your computer is going to be able to run it at like 60 plus, no problem.
Nice.
But you won't get those enhancements on. But yeah, I was blown away with this game. And then I've also been playing Battlefield 2042. I'm kind of Christian and I were talking about that before the show started. I'm kind of falling into that. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast, Dan, but like Halo is my favorite video game franchise of all time. Halo 2 is my favorite game of all time. But my favorite multiplayer franchise, specifically for multiplayer, is Battlefield. And I remember why getting into Battlefield 2042 is because how you are in Halo, Dan, like you're cracked every match, that's how I am in Battlefield. Battlefield is, for whatever reason, that gameplay clicks with me, and I'm getting sucked back into it. I love Battlefield.
Let's play.
I still don't like
play,
Battlefield 20. Like, I feel like Battlefield 2042 still is a huge step. Especially like when I'm going through and I'm locking guns and I'm looking at the total available content in this game, I'm like, man, compared to like what Battlefield 4 had at launch, like this game is really lacking. They definitely had a lot of missteps, but the core gameplay is really fun, and I had a lot of fun with that. So those are the two games I'm playing. Highly recommend Dragon's Dogma to anyone who has Steam because it's $6.
What
Or
happened?
like Dragon's Dog, nah.
What happened
Damn,
to
Oh,
What happened to Deep Down, which was supposed to be like a spiritual
Canceled.
successor? Like, what
Just
the-
kidding. It's still coming, supposedly. Capcom said that. I think about this like once a year, Dan. It's still coming, they say.
That's crazy.
I don't believe it.
That was at the reveal for the PS4, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
yes.
so.
jeez. My God.
February of 2013. Yeah,
No
something
way.
like that.
No way.
Anyway, glad you're enjoying it, Gage. How about you enjoy this ratio, or enjoy our topic of the show, our summer games showcase, summer showcase. Sorry, all the showcases, predictions, results. I have a technical question to ask you before we move forward, before we get into the nitty gritty. Of course, everyone, the way we did our predictions is that we broke it down into categories with each separate showcase. When you use showcase as an encompassing word, you know, your state of plays, your directs, your summer game fests, your Xboxes, into separate categories, and we did predictions for each separate one. We could be, sticklers about it and say you only get points if it was at that showcase, or if you want to get some actual points on the board, because I was kind of like glazing through these before. We could just say screw it and count all our predictions. Whether or not they actually happened at any of the showcases, because it is like essentially E3, right? And count it, no matter where it was.
Yes.
Okay.
What sounds better to everyone? You want some points?
Yes.
Sure. Let's go for some points. And if you get it even better, then bragging rights for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. Saying all this, I'm still gonna break it down piece by piece via like these separate showcases. But if it happens somewhere else, you'll get the points no matter. So, Dan, state of play. You said Team Asobi VR would happen. It is launching for PSVR 2. No, we got PSVR 2 stuff, but nothing Team Asobi. Sadly, very sadly. 0 points. Final Fantasy VII Remake 2 trailer slated for 2023. Rebirth is true. Half a point there. Slated for 2023. Do we give you the points? Because it's saying next winter. And we still don't know if that's actually 2023 or 2024.
defer to the panel here, since it's my prediction.
I'm gonna start with Ro.
It's a hard one because you brought it up last show or the show before, where you brought up a great reference for me, like the anime season, how they do it in Japan, and it is a Japanese company, so it is really hard to tell. I would give them half a point for right.
So you'd be sitting at 0.75 instead of a whole point.
Yeah,
That sound good?
Sure. Does that sound good, Dan?
Sure,
Is that okay?
why not?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Doesn't say 2023, but it does say next winter. So I
Yeah.
think it's good enough. Dan, your last prediction: Sony acquires FromSoftware. That did not happen. 0 points. You're at a total right now of 0.75. Roshan,
Uh-oh.
we're getting a sequel to Helldivers at State of Play. No, that did not happen.
No.
0 points. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles / Oxenfree 2. You couldn't. You said 2 games. Both get release dates. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did get a release date, but not Oxenfree 2. So
Yeah.
that is a 0.5 to you. Yeah?
Sure. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I was trying to get more points by doing 2, and I just F myself over by doing that. So yeah, 0.5.
Last prediction: The Last of Us remake. I wrote remastered. You meant remake. Is teased. It was
so much more than teased.
yeah, and it wasn't just. It was not State of Play, but like we said, we're gonna give you the points. You're at a 1.5.
Yay! Thank you.
Gage. God of War Ragnarok teaser. Not even a whiff. PSVR 2 price and release date. Not even a whiff. Modern Warfare 2 teaser. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
at a different show. And it was more than a teaser. It was actually a trailer. But I'm giving you the full 1-pointer anyway.
And it looked really good.
Oh, you kidding me?
Fantastic.
My prediction: God of War is not at the State of Play. Gets its own State of Play in July.
Oh,
Listen.
That could
I'm gonna-
you're half right so far. Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, that could still. I'm
That could
telling
still
you,
happen.
but it wasn't announced at any of these things. And I doubt it'll be announced tomorrow. So I'm gonna go off of right now. That was not announced, but it wasn't at the State of Play, so I'm giving myself 0.5. Is that fair?
That's fair. Oh, Gage says no.
Yes.
Oh, he said yes.
Final Fantasy 16 gets a trailer and a release window for February 2023. It did get a trailer. It did not get that release window. It is coming 2023, but not in February. So half a point there. I'm at a total of 1. Stray release date also coming to PS Plus Premium. The doubters doubted me,
Boom.
but I
Whoa.
believed.
Full points.
Full point. Dan, you're at 0.75. Gage, you're at 1. Ro, you're at 1.5. I am at 2. Suck it.
Nice.
This is so fun for me. I don't know why. Summer Game Fest. Dan went the easy route, as we all know. He always does this.
The what?
And said, easy route.
I don't know.
Trailer for Callisto Protocol reveal trailer and releases Halloween.
To be fair, that was before they announced that Callisto was showing up.
Yeah, but we all knew it was coming. We all knew it, right?
I don't know that
Still.
we did, but
We did get a reveal trailer. It is not coming Halloween. It's coming Christmas time. So you are getting 0.5 for that bad boy.
like so.
Multiverses gets an open beta. Yeah, it did.
Oh,
Wait,
it
no?
did? I
Did
had
it
no
not?
idea.
How did I play then?
Oh,
Oh, Multiverses. I'm thinking Nickelodeon. Yeah.
it
Multiverse is
did.
not getting open beta? I'm pretty sure it did.
They announced the open beta will happen in July 2022. So they did announce that. But it didn't
Yeah.
happen yet.
But it did get an open beta. Like it was announced
It
during
was announced, yes.
E3 time.
June 20th, yeah.
Listen, I'm going to give you the full point if everyone abides.
I do.
Lastly, Bloodborne PS5 port / remaster with PC version coming this year, a month apart? Question mark? God, I wish, but no, that is not true. 1.5. I need to do your total. I'll do it in a second. No, you know what?
2.25. You're welcome.
Bro, Bioshock 4 reveal, 2022 release, November maybe? No, did not happen.
No.
Sorry.
Badly.
Atlas Project Re-Fantasy is shown off. It was not. No.
God dang it.
You had 2 predictions here.
Uh-oh.
So you did
What did I
4.
do?
You said
Uh-oh.
Wonder Woman gameplay. No.
Oh.
Can you guess what your last one was?
I actually don't remember. Was it Scalebound or something like that?
You said
Something crazy?
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh, right!
Oh.
It was not here.
Forgot.
It was at Xbox. But like we said by the rules, we're going to give you this. We're going to give you
Thank
this.
you.
As
Thank
1
you.
point. Bringing your new total to 2.5. Smidge ahead of Dan.
Just
I'm going to go to Gage next. He also said Callisto Protocol reveal trailer plus gameplay. And we got both of those. 1 point. The easy route again.
that was not the easy route.
Hey,
Okay.
that was all our first predictions, and I said, you know what, you guys can have it. I'm gonna do a different one, and it's gonna bite me in the ass, I'm sure. Sons of the Forest gameplay plus release date. That did not happen. The Expanse gameplay trailer plus release date. Sadly, did not happen either. Your new total gauge is at 2.
Ahead of
Just ahead. I said that Hellblade 2 gets a trailer and it's releasing November. No word on Hellblade whatsoever, meaning it's probably not coming out in the next 12 months, which is very sad for me.
fall next year. Guaranteed.
And they doubted me. They doubted me again. Resident Evil Village DLC plus a Resident Evil 4 remake teaser. Got both of those
Got
as
both.
1 point. And then I said Elden Ring would get its DLC teaser / trailer. It did not. My new total is 3.
It's a close race.
It is. Very exciting. 2 more sections. Xbox plus Bethesda. Daniel, starting it off. Fable Collection and Gears Collection announced and releasing this fall. Nah. He also said a new Wolfenstein game, sequel to New Colossus, would come out, or would be announced, I'm sorry. No. He also said Certain Affinity's Halo project closes the
Nope.
show, and it's a battle royale.
I got them all
No.
wrong.
Yeah, so your total still is 2.25.
Oh god, mine must be even somehow worse than.
Might be better, actually. I mean,
I remember
That's
one
all-
of mine. No, Kristen will say it, but
Yeah,
I
let's
remember
find
mine
out,
was.
let's find
Yeah.
Contraband gets a gameplay trailer. It did not. Yakuza Like a Dragon sequel revealed. No.
Thought that was
And
gonna
1
happen.
versus 100 returns.
Oh,
Not return. Did not return.
damn it, Phil.
It's time for Gage to get some points. State of Decay 3 gameplay. No release date.
I believe
No.
we had a bet on that, Gage.
I don't recall.
Yeah.
I actually don't recall.
Uh-huh.
This is where Gage said Forza Horizon 5 DLC gets its trailer and it's releasing this holiday. The DLC was announced. I don't know when it's releasing. I think it's this summer, isn't it?
It's
Yeah, next month.
Yeah.
This month. So it's 0.5 for Gage. And then lastly, one that we all want but sadly did not get, Game Pass Family Plan details plus launching this holiday. Oh. 2.5 total for Gage. Did I skip row?
no, you
Oh,
got me.
0 points as well, yeah.
0 points. Yeah.
All right. I said that Indiana Jones would get an actual cinematic trailer. Did not. And then I said the Coalition reveals its next game. It is not Gear 6. Nope. They doubted me. They doubted me, Dan. Hideo Kojima is here. He closes the show.
Wild.
Wow.
It is Overdose and it is third party.
Oh,
Hideo Kojima was there. He did close the show.
You did not.
This is
close
the-
show.
Did he not?
No,
Oh, am I wrong?
closed the show. Yeah.
Starfield.
Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, right. So Hideo Kojima was here. Did not close the show. Okay, so I'm getting 0.25. Is the announcement Overdose? Reports
No,
say it
they
is,
didn't-
but I'm not
they
going to count it. I'm not going to count it.
Yeah, they didn't say one.
They didn't say it. They did not explicitly
So
say
wait,
it.
That means you get 0.3333333333. Sorry.
Oh my god.
1/3. Sorry.
You want to host the
Oh,
show?
yeah.
You want to host the show? My new total is 3.3.
Repeating.
I want you to repeat this ratio. One second. Okay. Lastly, Nintendo. We thought they'd come with an actual direct. They had a mini, so good luck, everyone.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Trilogy announced release date this fall. No. Wind Waker HD port coming to Switch. God, I wish. No. New 3D Donkey Kong game coming in 2023. Nintendo. What are you doing? Bro, Bayonetta 3 release date surely would happen this summer. Right?
think.
No,
You would
it's the only game of Nintendo's catalog that does not have a date. The only one. No, 0 points. Another Metroid Prime 4 teaser. No, not even close. Mario Odyssey 2? No, 0 points.
Oh.
Gage. He said Zelda, Metroid, Party Chat, Switch 2. No. 0 points. I said Hollow Knight Silksong 2022.
Oh,
We don't-
I guess you get the points too, right?
I get 0.5 because it is not confirmed that it's coming this year. I still have hope somehow that it is, but Hollow Knight Silksong was shown off. It was actually at Xbox's conference, so I get 0.5 points. Breath of the Wild 2 trailer with title reveal and launch window spring 2023. Surely, right? No. 0 points. New 3D Mario game holiday 2022. Hey, if you think about it, Mario plus Rabbids is technically a 3D Mario game. I'm kidding. 0 points.
True.
Let me do the math here. Oh, he's gonna hate this. In dead last, finally, Daniel with 2.25 points. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Tied for second, Roe and Gage with 2.5. Congratulations.
Eat
to
shit,
both of
Dan.
you.
Eat shit,
Thank
Dan.
you,
What?
thank you.
What?
I just want
What?
to point out one of your predictions, Gage, came from my
I can't
Xbox
hear you, dude.
video
I can't.
that I
From
made.
all the way up here at second
Boom.
place, I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can't hear what you're saying.
How does it feel that Dan didn't even get third?
Didn't even get third.
You know what? Add up my points from my videos I made, Christian. I bet you I get blow yours out of the water.
Yeah, let me go fact check something that's not even part of this podcast. I'm sorry. I'm in first, so I get with a whopping 3.8. Suck it, losers. Never down
You
me
know what?
again.
Well fought. Well fought.
I have some GGs indeed. That was very fun. I love prediction episodes and then checking the results. It's always fun. We still have our 2022 video game predictions. I'm keeping a track on. We won't know if that comes true until the end of the year. Before we close out the show, I have one quick question. Where is it at? Here we go. Two of them actually. Where was the big summer Nintendo Direct? There's no Bayonetta date, right? No news on Metroid Prime Remaster, but that Jeff Grubb keeps talking about. That's supposedly coming this fall. Where was that? And they're supposedly hanging on to Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remakes to sell separately later on. Where was Nintendo this summer? And if they are still going to be this summer, when? I don't know. September?
I don't know either. Yeah, I could see them doing a September thing, but I don't think we can follow past history with Nintendo anymore. I feel like they're just doing whatever they want randomly now. And they're doing a lot of these mini directs, yes, and these like theme directs too. Like they did a Xenoblade Chronicles one recently. Though I can't see them doing this, but how cool would it be if they did like they announced a Metroid Prime direct, and they're like, and they for like 10 minutes go over the trilogy, and then the last 5 minutes are like, and talk to you in a couple months for Metroid Prime 4, and they do a little teaser at the end, and then they close out the show. Like I can see them doing it, but at the same time, probably not. But yeah, that would be so cool, and I would love that, and I could see them doing something like that in the summer for one of their games, like maybe they do a Breath of the Wild something. But it is weird that they haven't done their big Nintendo Direct yet. So, but as I said, patterns aren't to be looked back on Nintendo right about now. They're doing just random shit. So, who's to say? It could come tomorrow. They could announce one tomorrow, and it wouldn't be weird.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah.
And it will also tell for what we had for God of War. Because, according to Cory Barlog, he tweets, "Dear all, if it were up to me, I would share all the information when I know about it, but it's not up to me." This is in regards to God of War Ragnarok. "So please be patient. I promise things will be shared at the earliest possible moment they can be. We make games for you. Get to make games because of you."
Oh,
Jason Schreier later that day, which is today, tweeted, On the God of War Ragnarok rumors that supposedly we're going to get a direct tomorrow, the 30th. That was the plan. It was supposed to happen. But for whatever reason, it is no longer happening. Who knows what the reason was? But that direct state of play has been delayed. And according to Schreier, the game is still... where was it? Maybe it was Schreier or was someone else. Supposedly, the game is Schreier. Still supposed to be coming 2022 this fall, supposedly.
Very interesting. I mean, there's a couple of things here that are interesting. Is that Cory Barlog? It's a very tweet's very interesting because you have to think for heads of studios that are under a company like first party studios, you have to sort of conduct yourself a certain way. This almost seems a bit like maybe he's kind of somebody's pulling rank on him and something's happening above his head. And actually that doesn't disqualify this other rumor that I've heard that I've seen going around is that this was. I mean, it's not entirely likely, but somebody was saying that this was Sony trying to suss out who this Snitch guy is. By planting sort of information, because it's weird because the Snitch and Jason Schreier both were like, yeah, this is happening tomorrow, and then suddenly at the last minute it's not. And we get this tweet from Cory Barlog, which again, very diplomatic tweet, but like you can kind of see the undertones where it's like he's like, hey, if it was up to me, I'd tell you, but it's not. Very strange thing to say in terms of video game, the way that heads usually conduct themselves. It almost seems like he's trying to allude that it's somebody's kind of coming in over his head. So very weird. I don't know what's going on with this game. Like, what is going on with this game? I don't understand.
And if that's the case, I don't understand why does it matter if we know that the official reveal of the game's coming, a certain day.
Like, it's just the whole thing's weird. It's very strange.
I don't think more to add. I'm twiddling my thumbs. When it happens, and I'll be excited for it. But I mean, I just want to know. Because all this back and forth, I can't take it anymore. It's too much. Too much Tom Henderson or the Snitch. All this whiplash. In the morning I'll read it's delayed. In the afternoon after the gym, nope, it's still coming November. Well, what is it? What is it? Huh, Corey? Anyway, we'll wait patiently. But until then, you can keep listening to Podcast PXN. Thank you again to everyone joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter as well as podcast services everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Stitcher. Dan Sucks. Thank you, Roshan. Thank you, me. Thank you, Gage.
What the?
That was Daniel. This has been Podcast PXN, and we are out.
Much love and keep on gaming. Where's the love?
But where is the love? I knew you were gonna say.
Oh, Black Eyed Peas.
Turn off Teletubby, this man says.
I forgot. I'm gonna keep it in.
No, I didn't forget about that. How does one forget about that?
Yeah.
I think Teletubby.
That was hilarious, but that was out of left field. I've never thought of putting the words Tarkov and Teletubby together in my life.